Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be a little different. Today we are not working on the Camaro today. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are not working on the project Camaro today. We're taking a break from that. Today we're stepping off to the side to do a little maintenance on some vehicles. Today we are working on a 2013 Dodge Dart. It has the turbo in it, and today we are going to be draining, flushing, and refilling the coolant. It's recommended that you change your coolant every 5 years. It is recommended that you change your coolant every 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes close. Well, this being a 13, it needs to be done, although it's got about 67,000 miles on it now. So we got this on wheel cribs, so it's suspended and it's not going to fall on us. The first thing we're going to do is let the fluid out of the radiator. We're underneath the vehicle. We're going to have to remove all this the skid plate and protection, because the car has got these it's very fat. It's fabric for some reason. But everything has to, all this has to go. So it's just a 10 millimeter all the way around. So we'll get to wrenching on that. Okay, now that we're got this plate off, we can inspect. And here's our lower radiator hose. Everything's nice and cool to the touch now. And here is our drain petcock right here, with the nipple right there. So we will find a little hose and connect to it so we can drain our radiator. We'll unscrew this valve and we can get all the fluid out. Well, I would have liked to have found a hose, but anyway, so we are going to unscrew this valve. We'll put our drain pan right underneath, and we will crack it open. Before we drain our coolant, make sure the engine is, again, make sure it's cold, and remove your radiator cap, because this will be under pressure. And these, believe it or not, for a turbocharged V8, for a turbocharged four-cylinder, it's under quite a bit of pressure. It's 21 psi. It's pretty high. And we'll let that drain out. This car takes about 1 3/4 gallons, so we'll let that drain out. Draining out, we want to clean out our reservoir as well. So it's just 10 millimeters. Okay, you see, I like to take these reservoirs out, and while I'm at it, you know, I'm inspecting radiator hoses, and I like to take the reservoir out so we can make sure the inside is thoroughly clean, because we are flushing the entire radiator, entire cooling system. So we'll get that done. You got to disconnect your lower radiator hose. Comes with the factory style clip, but we'll replace that. Again, we'll replace it with a high quality clip, because this radiator system. And also, if you look on our reservoir here, this exactly tells you what kind of coolant to buy. which is the OAT, and this is the part number or the recommendation that the factory puts it in. So then we'll seal it all back up, and we will put 2 gallons of distilled water in the car. We'll run it, let it warm up, go through its cycle, run it for, because we got it on engine stands, we don't really want to drive it around anywhere, but we'll let it idle with the heater on maximum for about an hour, and then we'll drain the coolant again, and then we'll fill it up. Prior to doing anything, we added to this sealed system Prestone's Radiator flush and cleaner. She drove from the north side of Lake Pontchartrain, Louisiana, to over here to southeast Texas. So it's got plenty of miles. It's been running good, and now we will proceed. We have the original antifreeze go in. It's 50-50 pre-diluted antifreeze. It is OET, like I said, silicate free, and because this car is, this is a European antifreeze, but this car has a Fiat engine. So we will get to filling that up after we do an initial flush. Back together, we will add 2 gallons, and this is very important. You have to have distilled water because it has no minerals in it, because you do not want those minerals to be added into your system. We will run with this distilled water in the system for 30 minutes to an hour, let it flush, let it cycle through, cool down, we'll drain it again, and then we'll put our brand new antifreeze back in it. Okay. Cycle through, let the engine get up to operating temperature, run through that, it'll get all that super flush out, and we'll check back with it in about 30 minutes to an hour, and go from there. Now that we got our distilled water ran through, engine cooled off, and we drained our distilled water, now we will start with our premix 50-50. Again, this being a Fiat engine, has silicate-free antifreeze. This is what we're going with. Now you make sure you look at your user's manual. It will tell you the engine coolant capacity specifications. In this case, this takes 7.1 US quarts, which is just about 1.5 gallons. Well, 1 3/4 gallons. So we'll start by filling our reservoir up with this antifreeze. We still got plenty to go, folks, so we got to purge all the air out of the system. You can hear it churning and bubbling. It usually helps if you squeeze a few heater hoses, getting air out, and making sure that the radiator is getting most of it. Cooling system is, like I said, over 20 psi, and if you want to look deep inside there, I don't know if you can get that on camera, but you see we have foreign contaminants that are inside this coolant system, and because this is where we fill the radiator, this is where we fill the motor, is through this sealed reservoir. We do not want to introduce any kind of trash into our system, so we'll take this over to the water hose and we'll flush it out real good. So here's a good view here. Gets more of the fluid, and you can see it's pretty dirty, and so we will clean that out. Next thing we'll do is crank the car up, get the water pump to flowing, and continuing to add our antifreeze as we go. It's back cranking you to eliminate a lot of heat. This is from Royal Purple. It's called Royal Purple Ice. I'll leave a link in the description below and a video below from the guys at Royal Purple. This dissipates heat. It gets it out of the motor and back into the radiator for it to be dissipated, and it prevents aluminum corrosion and erosion, which is it's a very useful product, and will keep your engine about 25 to 30 degrees cooler. We'll add this 2 ounces per quart use. We know our vehicle takes 7 quarts, which will be just about this entire bottle. We're still waiting for our thermostat to open and suck all that water down. And we'll add some more, and like I said, we've still got another ½ gallon of antifreeze to add. So now it's just a waiting game. Filled up, we got all the air out. We'll take it for a drive. After 30 minutes or so, go ahead it warming up. We'll check the fluid levels and we'll be ready to go. Well, in the meantime, thank you for watching another video of the Texas Shade Tree Mechanic. A couple of announcements. We have a merch store. That's right, we've got plenty of merchandise. Take a look at it. teespring.com/Texas Shade Tree Mechanic. And for those that stuck around long enough to see this video, a special announcement. I just got hitched. That's right. My piston rings and lug nuts are securely somebody else's now. So, thank you. And I want to give a special thanks to my new sister-in-law. This is her car. She's the one that's holding the camera today. She's learning more about her car as I go. So I just want to give her a big shout out and a big thank you. Thank you for supporting this channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. In the meantime, I'll let y'all bust some knuckles and turn some wrenches. Have a good one.